Okay, so it is the start of a new week, and we've got lots to do this week. I'm actually going to go install a few more diffusers. I've got to go to Home Depot. Well, actually, I'm right here. I got to go look for some rubbing alcohol and some other things that I'm going to need. But it's going to be a busy week. We're excited. Hopefully, we can get everything done that we want to this week. If you're new, I vlog as many times as I possibly can every single week, just to document my life. So if you're new, awesome, welcome, and we'll see you throughout this video. I've got some golf footage also that we're gonna go through. And now we just gotta find a perfect small, teeny little container so that I can soak the nozzle heads. Okay, now I'm looking for just a ton of rubbing alcohol. It's really good for cleaning my diffuser nozzles, and we're gonna see if I can find it. Okay, so they don't have rubbing alcohol here, so we're just gonna go to Smith's or something, see if I can find it somewhere else. Alrighty, we are actually pulling up to Smith's to get some rubbing alcohol because Home Depot didn't have any, but we're gonna buy a crap ton. We need a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get 6 of these. I think that should be enough. Hopefully I don't have to come back here and get even more, but I think this is exactly what I'm looking for. I just need some isopropyl alcohol, so we'll see how this goes. All right, let's get this done. We're gonna get it about 2 inches deep, just so I can soak every single atomizer head. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so this is what they look like when they are very dirty. I don't know if you can see the entire tube and the filter are caked in just oil and residue. And then not only that, but the actual atomizer head starts to collect the oil. So what we do is we try to clean these. Look at that one, that one's really bad. Just so that it's not getting clogged, and then it will eventually start dripping out of here. And then our scent oil will actually collect on the ground, and that's exactly what we don't want because we don't want it to stain or anything. So that's what we're doing. We'll give them a good 10-minute soak. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I got a bunch of dirty ones. And with this 10-minute soak, we'll then load them into new diffusers full of alcohol so that the inside of the tube and also the actual sprayer nozzle can be completely deep cleaned. When they're done, they'll be moved into this box. Then, as a quick comparison, this is a brand new, very clean atomizer head. The tube is completely clear, filter's not clogged, no residue, absolutely brand new. So that's what we're gonna restore all these other ones to that. As I'm filling these up, what we do is I will let these run on full power with the alcohol for 24 hours before switching them out. And then we'll switch out the heads and continue the process. It does take a while, but it really helps. Okay, they're all cycling. We'll leave that until tomorrow, and then I'll switch out the heads, put those 3 in the clean head bin, and then we'll call it good. Okay, so I'm grabbing the parking permit. Just got a bunch of work done today, and now we're gonna go to an amusement park with the friends. It's called Lagoon. I'm just waiting for my dog to go pee, but I've got to grab the parking permit. So you're gonna come along with us and see the rides and hopefully have some fun tonight. Oh, there he comes. Hello! There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Sweet. Last but not least is the wife's shoes that she needed. And now we can go. I'm pretty excited. It's still hot outside, but we're gonna be able to be in the shade. Plus, the sun is starting to set. Not set, but it's getting lower, so it should be pretty nice and enjoyable. So it won't be too uncomfortable out there at the amusement park. Should match.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
So they decided to go on this one. There they are, right there. And I stayed off because I had to drink some water. I'm getting a migraine, but there she is. So everyone else is on this one. That's the Fokker. On the sky ride. Spider. It's closed. This is the worst day of my life. Okay. Crazy. I didn't finish the vlog yesterday because something crazy happened. And I'll have to tell you about it, but it's basically what forced me not to continue filming at Lagoon and what's making me restart the whole video thing today, the next day. So we were chilling at Lagoon and we decided to go on the swings ride, but I decided to sit out while my friends all went on the ride. This would play a huge part in why we had to stay late and why we had to talk to the police. So my wife and our friends get onto the ride, and Amber texts me while I'm sitting over on the bench that there's this really annoying group of 3 adult people, 2 men and 1 woman, who were obviously drunk. They were spinning in their seats before the ride even started, and the worker had to tell them to stop. But they wouldn't. So the worker started the ride, and after about 3 revolutions, they continued to do it, and they were screaming and kicking each other and spinning their seats. So the ride worker stopped the ride early so that he could take action against these people. The ride stops, and I'm just chilling on my phone when I hear some man screaming bloody murder for security. Screaming and screaming and screaming for security. And I look up and I see that everyone on the ride and everyone in the line and everyone in the entire area starts booking it, running as fast as they can. And my first thought is, oh no, there's a weapon, there's a gun, something's happening. So I ran into the crowd to get my wife and our friends, because I didn't know what was going on. I had to make sure I had them. There wasn't any weapon, but it turns out that as the ride stopped, the worker went to go tell the 3 people to get off the ride. One of the guys gets out of the seat and tackles the ride worker and starts beating him up. 2 other people saw what was going on, a dad and a son, a teenage son, and they both leapt out of their seats to help the worker and pull him off. By this time, one of the drunk guy's friends also got out of his seat and started beating the tar out of the dad and the son, who were trying to help the worker. Screaming is ensuing, everyone's running, and the guy's calling for security. I instinctively, just like, I feel stupid for this, but I pulled out my phone and started recording. And I was able to capture these drunk guys literally punching and kicking and putting people in headlocks and just beating people up. And I got it on video while I ran up to make sure my wife was okay. And that is why we had to stay. One of the guys that started the whole situation started booking it towards the exit. We took a security guard and pointed at who it was, and he followed him out of the park and was able to detain him. The cops came, and all of that started happening. Me and my friends decided, hey, you can't just assault people. You can't just punch and beat up people, especially a worker who's just doing his job, and get away with it. So we decided to tell the security guard who it was and point out who they were. And the police, because there were some pretty severe injuries, wanted my video and wanted some statements from us. So we had to stay. We talked to the police, we gave statements, and I actually had to submit my video as evidence so that they could see who it was and what was going on, because there was full-on assault. And this poor worker was just doing his job, telling them to get off the ride because they were being obnoxious and drunk and breaking the rules. And they obviously decided to attack him. And he was only like 16. It's not like this worker was 30. It was just like this 16-year-old kid. And these drunk guys beat him up. They beat up the dad. They beat up the dad's teenage son that was just trying to help. The woman that was with them was just screaming and getting mad at the other people. It was just crazy all over the place. So that's basically what happened. And that is why my lovely Lagoon videos stopped and were the next day, because we had to stay there a little bit after close and talk to the police, give statements. And basically, there were no security footage cameras aimed at that area. So my footage that I captured on my camera is the only evidence footage that they have besides the hundreds of witnesses. So thanks to my video, they're able to pinpoint who it was and obviously charge them for assault. And that's basically what's going on. So thanks to my video and my Gen Z instinct of pulling out my phone, I was able to get these guys in trouble, because I'm sorry, you can't, I don't care how drunk you are, I don't care who does what to whoever, you should not be allowed to assault someone, especially a worker, a 16-year-old kid, and another teenage kid and his dad. You shouldn't be able to beat people up and get away with it. So I gave my statement to the police, and I hope they get in trouble. I don't think that you should get away with anything. You can't assault people and walk free. I'm sorry, you can't. So that's what happened. We'll come out with another vlog this week. But subscribe, like if you enjoyed. There's crazy stuff that's happening in my life. Got tons of stuff to do, so it would be awesome if you guys stuck around. Subscribe, like, it helps the algorithm, and then we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in.